All right, Shalom, Shalom. Kahalayam La, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakakudash, the honest and apostles, and to the elders of Great Millstone that we teach well. My peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing his word in truth and in sincerity of heart. Shalom. This is the brother of the top that can through the spirit with another lesson, and Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. Um, this video is going to be a response to a video put up by GMS Watchman titled Elon Musk confirms Great Millstone are the true prophets, because he just came out. Double Seven did a video, which I looked for that video. It came up yesterday. I don't see it anymore. He must have taken it down. It must have got removed or something. But the brother was able to get it. So I'm gonna play this video. We're gonna hear what Elon Musk said, and we're gonna get the scriptures to back it up. And Lord willing, this lesson's edifying. So let's get into it.
Check this out.
I think some kind of brain machine interface that can give you cybernetic superpowers, I think, is probably good. It could, help people that
A brain interface is referring to a brain chip.
have brain or spine injuries. Restore, enable people who've never spoken for years to speak again, which we've done.
See, those miracles, those left-handed miracles using his technology, Esau's trying to accomplish so-called spiritual power using his technology. The scriptures speak about, miracles. Let's get that real quick. Miracles. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 14. This is it says, "And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast." See, so these devils, they have that technology with their artificial intelligence, their technology. On the left hand side, they have they perform these different miracles by putting chips in people so they can walk again or talk again or just things of that nature, man. Let's see what the word miracles is.
Strong's G 4592 Semayan. Semayan.
Semayan, which means a sign, mark, token, a sign, prodigy, potent, an unusual occurrence, transcending the common course of nature. See? So with technology, with Esau's technology, he's able to transcend the common course of nature by using his technology to make people that can't walk. Just doing all kinds of things that are out of this world, so to speak. But he's doing it with technology. So miracles. So he's performing miracles with his technology, his artificial intelligence, and that is going to be a deceptive token for the people to take it. A lot of people are going to fall victim to taking the chip because they're going to be sold on the wonders and the miracles that he's able to do it. Like if he was to give you spiritual powers using chips, But let's listen some more.
Give people eyesight who have lost both eyes.
Restoring people's eyesight. Didn't Yahushua say? Didn't Yahushua restore someone's eyesight? He's trying. They're actually trying to do it on the left hand side. Damn it. Let me see. Where's that example? Yahushua healed that blind man that was born. He was born from birth blind, right? If I'm not mistaken. Here it is. John 9:1. This is in Yahushua passed by. He saw a man which was blind from his birth. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? That shows you right there reincarnation, because how can he sin? He had to sin in his past life in order for him to be born blind. But that's another story for another time. Verse 3, it says, Yahushua answered, neither have this man sinned nor his parents, but that but that the works of the Most High should be made manifest to him. So he was, Yahushua basically is saying that man was born blind, so Yahushua would heal him. Verse 4, it says, I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work. As long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. So Yahushua basically healed this man that was born blind. And that's what ultimately Esau is attempting to do on the left-hand side with his technology, by way of those miracles. Let's listen some more.
So the optic nerve, or maybe you've never even seen at all, blind from birth. By direct interface to the optical centers in the brain, you can actually restore eyesight, or give people eyesight that they've never had before, and you can enable people to walk again, which I think is profound. I mean, these are kind of Jesus level.
That's another example of a miracle Yahushua as well that did. I believe I'm not remember exactly where it's at, but I'm sure it was a miracle that Yahushua somebody couldn't walk. No, well, I might be thinking about Peter. There may be an account of Yahushua healing somebody and they were able to walk again as well. I'm just not remembering right now. But the first one that's coming to my mind is actually in the book of Peter's. I have the book of Acts. It's in the book of Acts. Just to bring us this example out. Here it is. Acts chapter 3, verse... Acts 3 and 1. Now Peter and John went up together into the temple at the hour of prayer, being the 9th hour. And a certain man, lame from his mother's womb, was carried, whom they had laid daily at the gate of the temple, which is called Beautiful, to ask alms of them that entered into the temple. Who seeing Peter and John about to go into the temple, asked in alms. And Peter fastened his eyes upon him, but John said, Look upon us. And he gave heed unto them, expecting to receive something of them. Then Peter said, Silver and gold have I none, but such I have I give thee. I have thee. In the name of Yahushua HaMashiach of Nazareth, rise up and walk. And he took him by the right hand and lifted him up, and immediately his feet and ankles received strength. Satan, bro. Just Satan, man. Okay. I'm sorry, Salakia. It says, and he took him by the right hand, and lifted him up, and immediately his feet and ankles, bones received strength, and he leaping up, stood, and walked, and entered with them into the temple, walking and leaping and praising the Most High. So this is something that, the man of the Lord did. This is the power of Yahweh Bashim Shah, but Esau is trying to accomplish that with his technology on the left-hand side, using AI. And that's going to trick a lot of the people in this world to take the MOTB. It's going to deceive the people. They're going to think that this is a God-sent type of technology. See, Esau is God using his technology. Let's get some more.
Things, let's say like when technologies are hitting like Jesus level miracles,
and some people taking issue.
Yeah, so-called Jesus level technology. See, Esau is performing those miracles, man. So the elders and apostles of Great Millstone was correct when they told you about the MOTB and how, that is the microchip. Revelations 13 and 14, it says, and he deceiveth them that dwell upon the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the womb by a sword and did live. See? So that's talking about the Roman Empire. The revival of America is the revival of Rome. Where Washington, D.C. is today, that plot of land was owned by Francis Pope, and he called that land where the Washington, D.C. is today, the nation's capital, he called it Rome, Maryland. You can look that up. Learned that from Elder Apostle, Elder out of Dallas, Elder Yashuamba. That's where I learned that from. So yeah, where Washington D.C. is today, that plot of land was called Rome, Maryland, and that river was named after a river in Rome as well. That's in front of the White House that goes through that area, the Washington D.C. area. So this is a Rome all over again. So this is another example of the Lord, the prophets being true. You know, this is another example of the correct leaders teaching the correct doctrine, and we are to continue that correct doctrine until the very end. Yahweh Tzah. You know, so I just wanted to do this quick lesson. Speak on this real quick. You know, Esau is performing those miracles. A lot of people are going to be deceived. A lot of people are going to take the R50 micro seer because of it. You know, but the Lord has commanded us not to take it under no circumstances. So, you know, shalom to the elect. I'm going to close out by giving all praise and the glory to Yahweh Bashim Shah, Bahashim Kakodash, to the apostles and the elders of the millstone. Shalom.